So let's look at daily for gold, and the structure looks very interesting. So right now we are going to find an ultimate daily trend line. So we want to find our daily trend line, and let's be very honest. On a more technical perspective, gold correction could be on a very very long way coming. This is one daily trend line connecting the beginning of the rally 1615, and price made a stop at this level where we rallied and the price continued to surge from that level. Price from here get ready, the triple bottom of the structure, the thumb break. Price could also be coming here, but let's not be in haste. We need to look at the structure and see what is next and what lies ahead for the yellow metal. So from upper rally, we can find a significant clean price action here, where we have price creating a high, series of high, and price created a double bottom and the breakout of the neckline of the double bottom, and that was the beginning of another rally. So we want to take the cognizance of that. Today both are in line with Federal Reserve statement and other things coming from US monetary regulatory agencies. Gold have seen a significant drop. The drop in gold is not as a surprise. A lot of people are surprised as to why gold dropped. Gold price dropped due to the Federal Reserve hawkish cut, which is it's really not digesting well for investors. As investors, are risk averse, so they run for safety, thereby embracing the greenback, which is the US dollar. So as a result, you see gold falling over 700, 800 pips for the day. It was an anticipated move for the market in the face of uncertainty. So the Federal Reserve hawkish cut was actually what pushed the price of gold to come down so low. That's what it is. So the drop in gold price is also attributed to the strengthening US dollar, which you can see, which has been trading high after hitting area of demand and presence of liquidity. And one of the things that is giving the dollar its bullish impetus is the rhetorics of the current president. The Federal Reserve team will not perform very well. The new president is going to remove a lot of them. Will find a way to remove them. So they are doing everything possible to make sure that the USD doesn't suffer against other currencies, especially when it comes to FX. So it's worth noting that gold might be going into midterm correction based on the current rally and the risk averse attitude of most investors, especially institutional investors who will be looking at hedging and they want to invest in the greenback. So it makes a whole lot of sense to continue to see gold peak correction and but in the near term, gold to rally above 2,800 and heading into maybe 3,000 plus as its abundance in nature it's obviously limited. So we look at it from a fundamental perspective that the drop in gold was anticipated. It was anticipated based on structural warning and the current FOMC statement and FOMC release and federal fund rate data print. So all these were things that worked against the yellow metal and bringing a boost for the greenback. And greenback has done well. As gold was falling, EU was feeling the impact, AU was feeling the impact, UJ was feeling the impact, UCAD was feeling the impact, USDCHF was feeling the impact. So technically, it was a win-win for USD. So congratulations to my American brothers. Congratulations. So I think here we have a W structure, which is a double bottom. That double bottom is a bullish price action. In fact, the market is uptrending and from the W structure, moved up, broke the neckline. After this is the neckline of the double bottom, and after which price has continued to rally. So we want price to return to this level based on the structure on daily. And we have already a daily trap, which we are also anchoring, believing that price will retest this level in line with our expectation. So now that Fed have changed their stance and gold is falling, on technical we could fall to this level, but I think that gold have strong restraint when it comes to dumping. So price might want to test this level. Testing this level is based on the structure of the market, where I think there is strong buy sentiment at this level. You can see it here, where we have series of top layer resistance structure and a breakup from the resistance structure. And on technical, price should return on demand for another phase of bullish impulse. So in the worst case scenario, if we have more fundamental analysis coming in by way of strengthening the USD and we've seen enough liquidity for the greenback, then it makes a whole lot of sense to sell good and buy dollar. So this is what we see, where we have our price action is very clear here. We have here resistance structure, resistance structure, resistance structure, resistance structure, another resistance structure, break of a resistance roof or break of a supply roof, price returns on demand one, on demand two, so on technical one price to come down here. So we see gold below 2,500 mark. So when we see 2,500 mark, the whole number, we begin to see and pay consideration to that level. So we see gold most likely might want to tap in at a whole number 2,500. And in the worst case scenario, we see a full return to the descending trend line where the SAU USD will come down here below 2,500 mark and suddenly go back and return on track. And this might be the face that will push SAU USD to a new all-time high. This is possible because we look at the gold holding, who is holding gold, and what is the dumping process like. So it's not something automatically that can happen. Then we also have another structure at this level where we have a resistance structure, we have a resistance structure and a breakout. So let's look at it and see that in the future, believe it or not, is another strong price action where I look on the daily time frame that price will come and we want to show us a significant reaction. At this stage, you're going to see it. Let's look at it critically again, where we see here a resistance structure in the month of this in the month of December 2023. We have here resistance structure and also a supply roof, break of a supply roof, price returns here on demand, returns here on demand. So on a more critical note, in fact, the buying might be so intense and in search of liquidity, price might cool. Price might cool us to up to this level. Price pulling up to this level is to align with the current buying structure. You can see when price return here, price from the W structure. When price return to this angle, it forms a W structure. But this is the first W structure we had before price broke out from it and made its way up. So here we already have a resistance structure to upswing and price swing. And price made another significant attempt, and after which we had a break of structure. And then when we have the ascending trend, and we find that price broke the structure from the supply roof to return price on demand. So on demand, we believe that there are a lot of technical orders at this level where we continue to look to see if price enters here with considerable impact. So I do not want fundamental analysis to come to this zone as it's never favorable to price action. It's never favorable to charts. So price action is in the league of its own. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. It's an economic sentimental, driven price action. It's based on economic drive. So this is what we want to see that as this price continue to make this way, there is a decent floor to wait for price. And at this level, if price comes here, we begin to pay due attention to the level here and see if price comes in here gently and shows a significant rejection, especially 4 hours rejection. If we have 4 hours rejection in this level, then we begin to look at buying back due to what price has done at this level. After breakout from a supply roof, price creates a demand structure The demand structure formed a W structure, a bullish price action, and price have upswing. So this is what we see for SAU. Very interesting. And the next level we look again for buy is going to be at this level where we have a resistance structure, so a support structure and another support structure, and we look at it on technical. We may be finding a buy potential at this level where we have here a demand structure, breakout of a demand structure, price return after tapping into the area of liquidity from the ascending trend line, which has kept price, and the ascending trend line has been disgraced, and we no longer talk of it. So price has set up a new phase. So this price action came from here, this ascending trend line, and the ascending trend line has been broken. So we don't bother with so many charts. So as price came here, we picked up liquidity from the ascending trend line where we have demand floor 1, demand floor 2, demand floor 3, demand floor 4, and price return here. And finally the structure is broken, indicating that more selling days are coming. And when we look at it again, part of the signs which we failed to detail in our previous charts was the observation of a daily break of demand floor. We didn't note that due to oversight, and it's part of the lesson. This is what we should have seen, a strong litmus test for sell that we can see here. This is a strong a demand floor. After price break up from the structure, a break of a resistance roof, a break of a supply roof, price returned and retested on demand and bought and finally broke the structure on Friday. After breaking the structure on Friday, automatically price came on retest. After retesting the structure, it continued to sell. So 2,667 should have been a good and held situation where we shade every unnecessary charting. But it's part of the education. So we saw it technically after the heavy bearish fall. This would have been the right decision after break of the demand floor. We see price swing, broke a supply roof, tested it as a demand floor, rallied to clear 2,721 into 2,726, where it met a current resistance structure and also another supply roof in the zone of 2,727 and 25, and price has dropped significantly. The daily, you can see what price has done at this level. After tapping into that level, price has dropped. So as price dropped, it picked up again, and we broke the structure after breaking the demand floor. On technical, a broken demand floor becomes a supply roof. So technically, by close of Monday, it should activate a sell order where price has gone back to retest a broken demand floor to become a supply roof. On that base, price has dropped close to over 1,000 pip, and on technical, price will continue to pull down until we achieve a reasonable target. After price has tapped into this zone, we are looking at a situation whereby price will continue to drop until we come on a very, very strong level. So one of the things we look at here at this level is to see that price returns. We may have it more extreme at this level where we see price on daily. So on daily, we want to see price return to this level. We want to see price return to this level on daily. So this is what we want to see on daily time frame. So watch our daily candle. If you have daily candle, by any means, as price is going up to retest the broken demand floor, you can see our demand floor on daily. This is our demand floor. Look at the resistance structure and look at the support structure. Look at here, demand 1, demand 2, demand 3, demand 4. And yesterday was a break of structure. What structure was broken? The demand floor was broken. A broken demand floor becomes a foundation for retest, and when we retest, we continue to sell in direction of trend. Right now, the market is in a bearish drop, so that bearish impulse needs to feel it for a strong area of demand for price to rally. So what we want to see here is that SAE USD buying moves up in line with price action, moves up again, try to test 2730 zone, and will ultimately await maybe consolidate after the heavy drop. Market might continue to consolidate instead of breaking out from structure. Market might still consolidate and if care is not taken, they come back to 2,659 again. And a lot of times traders might not know market might continue to move in this direction, but it will continue to make a high before ultimately dropping. But at the moment, the price action says that price has broken out from a long-term descending trend line. So for whatever we do, we continue to look out for sell opportunity, and if that happens, we see price most likely come to this level. But one of the things we must keep in mind is that if price continues to rally here, hitting the roof, there's a probability that price might, without a concern, might break the structure and return back higher. This is also possible. So when we talk of sell idea, we also remember possibility of price return back on track, and it's also possible that buying may resume. So I think at the moment we'll be very careful in trying to go long or short. Market has dropped close to 1,000 pips from the previous drop to what we have now. So market may continue to consolidate tomorrow and the Friday. And by next week, I wait more fundamental analysis to see if we have a major breakdown or break to the upside. So this is what we have sharply first SAU USD. So we'll be patient to see after our call. We made a call for short at 2,650 on all our multiple charts we run on different time frames. And the price came dropped over 500 pips based on that call for short. So for now, we see consolidation. So it will be okay to look at sell opportunities as price try to correct over 700 pip drop. Shall be a threshold. Good.